Joining me via Skype is an entrepreneur and the 2019 winner of the Tony Elumelu Foundation grant, Tosin Adesina. Thank you, Tosin, for joining us on TVC Breakfast. Now, as an entrepreneur in Nigeria, tell us quickly the constraints you faced while trying to grow your business.
Okay, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. Yeah. So one of the major challenges that every entrepreneur faces is funding. That is the first step. People have ideas, and ideas are not good enough without the necessary funding. So funding is a big challenge. People don't want to take loans. Government are always coming up with borrowing scheme, anchor borrowers for farmers, borrow this, borrow that. Back of industry wants to borrow at a lesser percentage. But the fact is that a lot of people don't have the strong will to take loans. So rather, they also go for grants. So that was one of the reasons why I approached.
So grants like this help your businesses grow? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, grants help businesses grow because you are not paying back. And it gives you the peace of mind to also build your business very well. And one thing with the Tony Elumelu Foundation is that they don't only give the grants. For 12 weeks, they will train you. So you are acquiring the educational requirement for the business and the financial aspect of it. So for example, now, I am a farmer. You want me to take loan. So I took a loan of 2 million from bank, and let's say there was an heavy rainfall, flood destroyed everything. I'm in problem. The only thing the company will do is just to empathize with me. Oh, we are sorry for a loss, but please, when are you paying us? But if you give me a grant, I am not paying back the grant. So funding is a major challenge. And what government can do is that they can introduce grant schemes that entrepreneurs can access, give as low as 1 million, 1.5 million. Tony Elumelu is giving $5,000. That's about 1.5 million naira or 1.8 million, depending on the exchange rate you are using. So it is better if the funding is simple and easily accessible.
So beyond funding, what other challenges do entrepreneurs face that you want the government to deal with? Because one thing you always hear from entrepreneurs is the fact that there is no enabling environment for their businesses to thrive.
Yes. Government is fond of talking about ease of doing business. However, I think ease of doing business must move from just words, but must be put into action. Let me give you an example. Oyo State government just signed an agreement with Farm Crowdy to build, to train and develop about 50,000 farmers. That is ease of doing business. Corporate Affairs Commission now has digitalized the process of business registration. So you can actually register a business on a Thursday like this, and you get your certificate latest Saturday or Monday. That is ease of doing business. And what we are saying is that for ease of doing business to be very effective, one major constraint that government must address is the duplicity of taxes. State government will tax you, federal government will tax you, local government will tax you. Anybody will just come, they give you tax. In fact, a company that is here to make €1, they give you taxes that, okay, you are owing us 50,000. Some of these taxes are even backdated before you start your business. So government is trying through CAC. We can see what CAC is doing, because when you don't register, you can't do business. But what we are saying is that they must make sure that the issue of multiple taxation is addressed. And for government-owned financial institutions like Bank of Industries, Bank of Agriculture, and other banks existing at the moment, they should make sure that their rates are very low for people to access. Ease of doing business is actually not about just talking about what. The environment must be conducive. Now, we are talking about, government always talk about free trade zone. How many upcoming entrepreneurs can afford to go to a free trade zone? Operating in a free trade zone for some people is actually like operating in a normal environment. But what we are saying is that ease of doing business must move from words into action. They have started with CAC. We are seeing it at the federal level. They should do more with other regulatory agencies too.
All right, Tosin, before we let you go now, for someone who is watching you that wants to perhaps start as an entrepreneur, what 3 key things would you advise the person? What 3 key lessons can you give as an advice to that person, so to speak?
Okay, the 3 key lessons. First one is that your business idea must be innovative. You need to have an idea that is innovative because it's a very big competition. So you need to come with innovative ideas. That's 1. 2, you must recognize an existing market for your business. So it simply means you want to sell a bottled water. Don't produce the water and start looking for the market. Look for a market of people that need the product you want to produce. The moment you know you have this market already, sell it to them. For example, now, I'm selling jam pass question. That's an example. It simply means I need to look for students in SS3 that needs to buy jam questions, not about me producing an item that nobody will buy. The third thing is that your idea must be scalable. Don't do a business that will just crumble at the first 2-3 years. Business dies, okay? But some ideas are really not scalable. They can only bring in money for you to survive from day 1, day 2, but it can't expand to grow into big businesses like we have like Dangote Group, AS Holdings, among others. So 3 things, as I've said, so those are the 3 things. 1, be innovative in your idea. 2, have an existing market. 3, your idea must be scalable.
All right. Thank you so much, Tosin Adesina, for your time on TVC Breakfast.
Thank you.
All right, joining me via Skype is an entrepreneur and the 2019 winner of the Tony Elumelu Foundation grant, Tosin Adesina, joining me from Abuja. Tosin, it's good to have you join me right now. And let me say congratulations on your winning of Tony Elumelu grant. Now, talk to us. You are at that level. Talk to us generally. How challenging is it to get grants from, you are one lucky person, but amongst other people, how easy or challenging is it to attract this kind of grants that would enhance entrepreneurship at that level?
Okay. So I think the first thing that needs to be done is that, 1, you have to be tech savvy, because most of these processes are online. So you don't get it offline. You have to go online. You have to read about it. And you must be very intelligent too, because a whole lot of people will apply. Like last year, more than 316,000 people applied for the Tony Elumelu Foundation grant, and 3,050 were selected, and less than 500 from Nigeria. So what it means is that the competition is very rife and very, very huge. So what I will only advise people to do is that if you want to win grants, make sure that you've articulated your business plans very well. Then go online, search for it. We have a lot of personal development website online that they are always bringing up grants. Tony Elumelu Foundation is not the only grant, but that's Africa's biggest grant at the moment. So what the major advice is that to get grants at the moment, especially for Tony Elumelu Foundation, you have to be very conversant with what goes on online. Like the 2020 integration will be available from January. So by now, I expect people to start preparing, making research, search for their past questions, have their answers on grant. So when the website is open, then they can apply for it. It's that simple. If you are not online, then you are missing out.
Yeah, Tosin, there is this agreement, let me put it that way, from most people across the world that Nigerians are very intelligent. In fact, young Nigerians are very innovative and very inventive as well. Now, how are these people, those who don't have access to grants like you, who may not be as lucky as you are, how are they channeling their innovation and enterprise together to see how they can either generate funds for themselves from other means different from grants?
Okay, well, one of the first things that most people are doing now is that they go into partnership. Okay, I have an idea. You have a little bit of money to help me. They form partnership. They start the business together. And most especially, this happens in the tech industry. Now, you see a lot of tech companies owned by 1 or 2 people. Now, if you cannot get grants, there is also an option of venture capitalists that can come into your business. In fact, they are very easy to approach. You approach them. They only come into your business. They take share capital, they give you money. So let's say you own a fish farm, okay? They come in, okay, no problem. Let me take 20% of your business. I give you 15 million naira. They come in as a member of the director. They are also coming with expertise. So if you can't access grants, you can also talk to venture capitalists. People call them investors. They have the money. You have the business. They come with the money. Then you guys, you run the business together and everybody becomes happy. And it's a win-win situation. And as I've said earlier, you have to be online to assess some of these things. Venture capitalists, you rarely see them on the road. Maybe they have a signboard or anything. No, in fact, your investor might be your next door neighbor. It could be anybody. It does not mean that person does not need to have a VC firm. The only thing the person needs to have is money. So if you can't strike partnership, you can approach VCs. They give you money, then you run the business together.
All right,
so
Tosin,
that's one of the things that.
Yeah, Tosin, before I let you go, your idea was strong enough to attract the grant to you. Talk to us about your projection and how it is going to benefit other people when it comes to those who might be employed directly or indirectly to your idea and your concept, and how it is going to create a spark or an activation in the economy.
Okay, yeah, so the idea that I proposed for TEF and I got the grants for is the idea I call secured parking. So one of the major problems in Nigeria is that there is currently a high rate of theft and vandalism of vehicles. Anywhere you go, the first thing that welcomes you is cars are parked at owners' risks. So we do our findings, and we believe that now one of the major problems in this situation is that business owners are not ready to protect your vehicles. However, I feel that how will I go to an hotel, spend about 100,000 per night, and you tell me that my 25 million naira car is parked at owner's risks? So what we are doing is that we are not just coming up with another security firm, we are coming up with a security process that is tech-infused. So with technology, we can have unique vehicle owners identification system of the vehicles at the car park. We can generate data. We can track these vehicles. You don't even need to have a tracker to track it. So, and one thing is that it's a very big one. By the time we start, the number of people that we can employ is unlimited, because everywhere in Nigeria there is a car park, and we believe that every car park needs our own services. TEF has given us grants. We are the last stage of completion of getting the grants. Then when we get the grants, we also talk to some investors. They bring in money for us. The projection is that a whole lot of people will come for this service. Restaurant owners, event centers, hotels, businesses. In summary, everywhere there is a car park, they need my services. So what we are doing is that, our projection is that by the time we start the business, car theft and vandalism will be a thing of the past in Nigeria. Because today you can park your vehicle somewhere, you go in for maybe a lunch. The next 20, 30 minutes, someone has accessed your vehicle, your brain bust.
All right, Tosin, because of time, I have to leave you here now. It's quite interesting to listen to you and your ideas. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We hope to have more time to listen to what you're doing. Thank you. Right. All right, Tosin Adesina there, the winner of the Tony Elumelu Foundation grant. It was really interesting.
An entrepreneur and the 2019 winner of the Tony Elumelu Foundation grant, Tosin Adesina. Thank you, Tosin, for joining us on TVC Breakfast. Now, in trying to grow the entrepreneurial sector, so to speak, how crucial or critical are issues like grants to helping develop that sector?
Okay, the importance of grants in developing the sector is that it makes it easy for entrepreneurs to kickstart their dreams. Now, we have thousands and millions of Nigerians out there. They want to start their business, but what is holding them back is the absence of money to start. So what government can do is to make sure that grants are available. And we are not just saying that government should start a grant system or create a new ministry or a new commission. They can partner with the Tony Elumelu Foundation. Currently, WHO, ICRC, and some other organizations, they have partnered with the foundation to support entrepreneurs across the country, across Africa. So what we can do now is that state governments, they can partner with the foundation. We have 20 state governments. If each state is committed to sponsoring, 1,000 entrepreneurs annually, these 1,000 entrepreneurs will be given $5,000 to start their business. So 1,000 in 36 states, we are talking about 36,000 entrepreneurs annually coming out of Nigeria. With this, we are going to close the poverty gap, because when people start businesses, they don't start alone. They have to recruit people. So when you release 36,000 entrepreneurs, indirectly, you are actually releasing more than 100,000 jobs into the economy. So it is important government partner with a foundation like Tony Elumelu Foundation and other existing ones. Strike partnership. It will even cost less for the government, because when you start saying, government should start a commission for grants, then you start a ministry, before you know it, political interference will come in, a whole lot of bureaucracy will set in, and the value will be lost. So I think federal government and state government, they should partner with the Tony Elumelu Foundation to make sure that the grant is available to a whole lot of Nigerians. Tony Elumelu cannot give grants to everybody because the resources are quite limited. Last year, they gave just about 419 of us out of 216,000 applicants in the whole Africa, 419 Nigerians. And I'm very sure that Nigerians has the highest number of applicants. So looking towards 2020, this is the time for our state government to meet with the foundation, and also the foundation to meet the states, meet the federal government, strike the necessary partnership. We have to take a lot of people out of poverty in mass numbers.
All right.
What China did was that China... Okay.
Tosin, sorry for interrupting you, but let me just ask you this. How many people does your concept and idea have the capacity to employ at the end of the day? Directly and indirectly?
Well, directly by the time, if we have enough funding, we can recruit as much as 100,000 people. The reason is that the idea we have, we want to implement it as a Pan-African idea. Currently, we have the AFCTA has been signed, so it simply means I can take this product from Nigeria to Ghana, to South Africa, to Malawi, to Rwanda. So the number that we can employ is unlimited. And indirectly, we have a whole lot of jobs. We have developers that will work with us. We have people that produce uniforms. We have people that sell equipment. So the number of jobs we want to create is unlimited. You can't cap it. But I can tell you it's more than 100,000 jobs.
All right. Thank you very much, Tosin Adesina, for talking to us.
Thank you, Mr. Mike.